We got Dominic Fike on the show right now. Delighted to say, Dominic, how are you, man? Good to see you.
I'm good. A little groggy, but I'm good. Good to see you as well. I'm happy to be on the show.
The last time we spoke on Zoom, you were giving me a guided tour of your studio and you were kind of gassed because you were making loads of music and you were kind of settled into this place. How are you at the moment? How's things? I presume you've been in one place because you haven't had a choice. None of us have.
Yeah, I've been here today. I've been making so much new music, and I thought I wasn't going to do that for a while after I made the album, but I have been, because I'm making a second album to drop this year.
Well, yeah. It's kind of an inspiring time, isn't it? And I mean, I bet you're thankful to be able to sit and do something useful and like good for your head in this time and create.
Absolutely. For a while I wasn't, though. For the beginning of the lockdown thing, I wasn't really doing anything. It was like uninspiring. I think everything going on in the world, though, is inspiring.
You mentioned you finished the album. How was the making of the album? Was it what you thought it would be?
No, it was painfully aggravating. It was so long. And remember, okay, you called me and I told you that I was having such a great time making all this music at the studio. I stopped. I think it was like a week after that call, I like stopped making music at his house and I just started playing video games.
Right.
Call of Duty and Apex were really like detrimental to the album making process too. I just want to tell Activision that they need to chill.
So what changed?
I don't know. We got this studio, this Michael Jackson studio. It's called Westlake. It's like the place he made Thriller in. I think just being there every day was crazy. Maybe the energy of that. Maybe I just snapped back into it one day and started making music again. And now here I am. It was weird. It was the whole experience. These big studios, these like crazy sounds coming from these huge monitors at night, and I'm just like.
Were you intimidated by it?
No, I mean, I've always kind of loved it. Yeah. I was just like always sad that we had to leave. I'm always sad we have to leave studios. I hate renting things. Like, I'm about to get a car soon, and the idea of leasing is like, I'm like, why don't we just get it, you know?
What is it? I wonder why you don't like that, the kind of temporary aspect of stuff.
Oh, because I moved a lot as a kid, and I never had a place to actually stay. Like, I never had a place that was mine, so I feel like I just hated that.
That makes total sense. Buy the car, man. Buy yourself a car.
That's the plan.
And this song that we're going to play tonight that you dropped on Friday, Chicken Tenders. Tell me a little bit about this before I play it to our lovely listeners.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to get confused. Christina's not a real person. Also, I prefer chicken nuggets to tenders. That's just a fact. You know, I feel really bad about those two things. But other than that, this song is one of my favorites. I worked on it for like 3 years.
Wow. Yeah,
for a while I just had the hook, and I would just play the hook on car rides, and the verses would just be nothing there, and we would all just
yeah, while the music played.
Yeah, so good. No, I mean, I love this song. I'm so happy it's coming out. I really never thought it would, so.
Okay, let's hear it. This is Dominic Fike. This is Chicken Tenders on Radio 1. That was Chicken Tenders. That was Dominic Fike on Radio 1. When I heard this first, Dominic, I really spoke to my producer, Kate, and I was like, oh man, it's like he's just got such a sound now. You've just got such a kind of, you've got a real unique aesthetic sonically that feels like Dominic Fike.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you for saying that.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. And like, you know, obviously 3 Nights has been streamed 437 billion trillion zillion times. When that became massive, were you like, oh man, I've got to like make a vibe that's similar to that? Or like, how did you feel after that song came out in terms of what, like if there was any pressure put on you from the success of it?
Definitely. I feel like when I first started writing music, I was always looking for like, you know, you're always going to look for your own sound. Because when you first start doing it, you're just influenced by someone else. Like I think I sounded like 40 different people. And even when I wrote the demos and stuff, a lot of people would tell me about all my influences and things like that. And even by the time I had the demos out, I had already considered myself like to have my own like a style, you know? But the fact that you can hear it in this record makes me really happy.
Tell me about the line, if you can't get out of it, get into it.
Oh man, I have this psycho friend named Claiborne, and he just said all these weird things. We went on tour and like, he'll just wake up and say weird things, like, I don't know, weird phrases, like old phrases, you know, things that old people say.
Yeah.
Like gee willikers and things like that.
That's something I've only read in books.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He says stuff like that. We'll be in the airport and be like, take the stairs, you'll live forever. And I'll be like, dude, it's 5 a.m.
Oh, you tweeted that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get all these phrases from him. He just says these things. I don't know.
Maybe he's been put in your life to give you inspiration, and he's actually telling you these very wise parables about your life that you'll look back on and be like, God, Claiborne was right the whole time.
Yeah, let him tell it. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I saw the video that Kevin filmed with you, and I wanted to ask about the thing that you said about the sink in prison, because I thought that was so just interesting. Tell me about that, for the people who haven't heard it, this idea of the sink giving you this kind of foundation for being able to create.
Yeah, well, when I was in there, my sink in my cell used to play a note, the C note. And I used to like build songs off of that. I would sing the C like major scale and like count up from that note in order to find a song. I would write songs and forget them in the morning. So I had to like devise some sort of system, because you can't record yourself either. Thank God for voice memos and the iPhone. You can just remember anything. But yeah, I mean, I had to literally use a sync to record myself. It's what it comes down to. It's basically it.
I saw the post that you did about the Black Lives Matter thing, and I was, when you saw everything that had happened to you and your family kind of written down consecutively, it was so shocking to see how you have been affected as a person by the police in America. Is everyone okay? Are you coping okay? Since all of this has come out, I can imagine it's really triggering and difficult.
Yeah, everyone's okay. I'm really surprised too that all of this has gone on for so long, and I'm also very happy to see what people are doing with all this stuff. My mom's actually out of prison now, so that's dope.
Brilliant.
Shout out that. Yeah, we're good. Just trying to figure it out. I think me and my people talked about starting locally, where I grew up. That message was really directed towards like a lot of the people in my own hometown, especially.
Sure.
When I talked about it, I was like, how do we do this? Like, I know I'm not like Drake, so it's not like I can go on and do like a damn like commercial on like ESPN and sit here and tell everybody my story. Like, I was like, who do I really have influence over? Like, who are the people I touch? And like, off top, it was like the people from my hometown. For sure. It's like, so why don't I just talk to them? If everyone did that, it'd work out. If everyone started locally, it'd work out. That's the idea, right?
Absolutely. You just got to do what the bit that you can do, basically.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
Great. Well, we're happy to have music. We're happy to have an album. I'm happy to see you well and the family are well. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me again. Sorry, it's the morning and I'm like...
No, man, that was great. And give my love to the Brockhampton boys. Looking forward to more music from them whenever that is.
They make like 80 songs a day. So.
I don't know how they must decide what goes out. Like,
I ask them that all the time. They know though, instinctively. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited for them as well, for more music from them. But yeah, thank you so much, Dominic. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Radio 1 Anthems every